For a Carolina Panther. First and 10 at the 43-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. No gain on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
45-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 40's the mark. 40's the mark. Man, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And Justin Coleman brings him down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 36, Bridgewater. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Matt Prater lining up for the point.
And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
The ball carrier.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Thompson. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On 4th down, the Lions trot out their new punter for 2020, Jack Fox, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Their own 24-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
Number 22.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He was brought down at
the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Bridgewater on 1st down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Lions 7, Panthers nothing.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Open man is Anderson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. And he's able to put it through.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the 1st half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Bridgewater. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Agnew now to return. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Here's Bowden, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Nick Bowden, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Lions have taken the lead.
For the point after.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
That catch good for only a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Bridgewater now. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again with Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And it's Washington out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. He'll return it from the 6. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Incomplete.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Switch. Hurry! 21!
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL, the high-powered offenses that you're facing, may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
2nd and 10. At the 15-yard.
Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he's got it complete to Anderson. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that.
First down, Lions.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Tackle made by K1 Short.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 44, Stafford eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
32.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Lion ball carrier brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Galladay's got it. And the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Prater on to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Makes the score Lions 20, Panthers 7. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's a
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It was third and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
10 at the 26-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. Down to the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5.
Intercepted.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Joey Sly for the Panther field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he is out of bounds here on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Once again, it's Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And it's third down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sacked. A loss of 4 yards.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Stafford now to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 48. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First and 10.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
It's 4th down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fourth down, they're going. Bridgewater. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
At the 28-yard line.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Back to throw, Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flushed in trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Makes the score Lions 20, Panthers 17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Stay 50. Get that ball. Check nine.
Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now Stafford. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. This is Boughton. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now a carry for Swift.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
DeAndre Swift.
A gain of 3, second down.
K1 short on the stop.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good.